that his son wanted to marry, that he called her people uncircumcised. He held nothing back in the way he felt about them because he knew that as an Israelite, his son was not supposed to marry outside of his people. This was actually the law given to them by Yahweh, but there was more to this situation than his parents knew.
Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of Yahweh that he sought an occasion against the Philistines, for at the time the Philistines had dominion over Israel. Judges chapter 14, verse 3 through 4.
The reason Samson's parents were upset was because they knew even before he was born that he was to be a Nazirite. This means that he was separated unto Yahweh, but they didn't know why or what Yahweh had separated for him. This was not the only woman from another nation that Samson fell in love with, but with each relationship, problems arose between Samson and the Philistines, giving Samson reasons to have to kill them, which in turn brought down Yahweh's judgment on the Philistines by the hands of Samson. Once again, this shows that Yahweh is in control. For the most part, Samson did what he was supposed to do, whether he knew it or not. Now let's see what happened to a few people who tried to do things their own way after receiving instructions from Yah.
Now the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. But Jonah arose to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh, and went down to Joppa. And he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down in to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. Jonah chapter 1, verse 1 through 3.
Here we have a man who thinks he is in command. It appears that Jonah thinks that he can disobey a direct order given to him by Yahweh. What makes it even funnier is that he thinks by running away and hiding, this is going to get him out of what was commanded of him by Yahweh, as if he could truly hide from Yah. Let's see what happens to Jonah during his time of wanting to be the pilot. In control, that is.
But Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. Then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. Jonah chapter 1, verses 4 and 5.
Not only did Jonah cause problems for himself, but he also brought his problems to the men that were on that ship, all because he wanted to do his own thing, as if he truly was in command of this situation. We should also let this be a lesson to us on how we might cause other people to suffer from our disobedience just by being around us.
Now Yahweh had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah chapter 1, verse 17.
Even the fish knew who was in command. It did what it was told by Yahweh when it was told, without causing any problems.
And Yahweh spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land. Jonah chapter 2, verse 10.
Yahweh could have made the fish kill Jonah for his disobedience, but instead he kept him alive in the belly of the fish after being swallowed, giving him some time to realize who is in command. In this day and age, we might say he was put into time out.
And the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee. So Jonah arose and went unto Nineveh, according to the word of Yahweh. Now Nineveh was an exceeding great city of 3 days' journey. Jonah chapter 3, verses 1 through 3.
Here we see that once order was established, the order of things that is, the order of who was truly in command. Jonah went on his journey and did what Yahweh had commanded him to do. Now let's follow another man who decided he was going to divert slightly from the instructions given to him by Yahweh.
I remember that which Amalek did to Israel. how he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verses 2 and 3.
These were the instructions given to Saul, but as we read further into the story, we find that Saul and his men decided not to kill Agag, who was king of the Amalekites, but they also kept alive the best of their livestock. Not only did he not follow directions, he lied to Samuel when he confronted him about not obeying the instructions given to him by Yahweh. Let's listen to a little of the conversation that took place between Samuel and Saul.
And Saul said unto Samuel, Yes, I have obeyed the voice of Yahweh, and have gone the way which Yahweh sent me, and have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have utterly been destroyed, to sacrifice unto Yahweh thy Elohim in Gilgal. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verses 20 and 21.
Saul is not only in denial about not following the orders given to him, he also goes as far as to blame the people that were with him for being the reason why the instructions were not fully carried out.
But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto Yahweh thy Elohim in Gilgal. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22.
Saul then tries to justify his